Hello students, let's continue discussion on the linear program problem. So far we have done formulation of the linear program problem. So a linear program problem, how it looks like. So it will be in the form of in the equation, like it will be or maximize or minimize, and that objective function we represent as a z, and this z can be written as c1 x1 plus c2 x2 plus, and if there are n decision variables, so this can be written as cn xn. So this is the objective function, and this objective function is subjected to some set of constraints. So I will write this is subjected to let's the constraint 1, I will write this is the a11 x1 plus a12 x2 plus, and likewise let this third term a13 x3 plus, and the final term it is a1n, and there are n variables, so xn, and this is subjected to some equality or inequality, so it will be of less than, or it may be of equal, or it may be of greater or equal to type, and let this is b1. So this is the complete constraint 1. Similarly, I will write the constraint 2, so it will be 2 1 x1 plus a22 x2 plus a23 x3, and finally last term will be a2n xn, and this will be less than, greater than or equal to, and this will be your b2. This is the constraint 2. Similarly, there will be n number of constraints, so third constraints, fourth constraints, fifth constraints. So I will write the mth constraint, so that will be a m1 x1 plus m2 x2 plus am3 x3, and finally last will be amn xn subjected to less than, equal to, or greater or equal to, and finally last term will be bm. And this is, so this is the constraints, this is objective function, these are the number of constraints. How many number of constraints? So there are m number of constraints, m constraints, and the number of decision variables, so there are n number of decision variables, number of decision variable are n, and the number of constraints they are in m number. Finally, non-negativity of the constraints, so I will write whatever the value of x1 x2 x3 and n values, that will be greater or equal to 0. So this is the general form, so this is the most general form of the linear program problem. I will write uh, this particular uh, form in likewise, or it can be written as maximize or minimize, let this is z, again this is z. This summation can be written as cj xj, summation of cj xj, where j it is equal to 1 2 3 up to n. We place here 1, so this will be c1 x1, second value c2 x2, second term, third term c3 x3, and summation indicates it the if we are adding all n terms, c1 x1 c2 x2 and dot dot up to cn xn. So this is the compact form, and subjected to this particular constraints. I will write like this: a I j, and the value of x j, and it is written in the form of summation, and that will be less than equal to or greater than equal to pi, where I, its value is 1, 2, 3, it is changing up to m, up to m. Now you place for the first constraint j will be 1. For the first constraint j will be 1 and I will be 1. So this will be 1 1 x 1. For the second term I will be j will be 2. So a12 x2, a13 x3. So I it is for the constraint. For the constraint 1 I will be for constraint 1 I will be 1. I will be 1. So this will be 1. Again j will be from 1 to n. For the constraint 2 you place the value of I is equal to 2, and z will change from j will change from 1 to n. Likewise I is equal to 1, we place I is equal to 1, j will change from 1 to n. Then I will place I is equal to 2, j again will change from 1 to n. And finally dot dot I will place I is equal to m, and j will change again from 1 to n. So we will get complete set of the equations. And finally non-negativity of the constraint, so I will write xj, because j n number of variables, so xj it will be greater or equal to 0, greater or equal to 0. So this will be your objective function, this will be your set of the constraints, and this will be your non-negativity of the constraints. So let us look few terms involved in this uh, in this formulation. So let us look by one. The first term here cj, this is called profit coefficient. This is called profit coefficient. That means cj means c1 c2 c3 c4 cn, जो कोफिशिएंट x1 जो ऑब्जेक्टिव फंक्शन में है, सो x1 contributed by c1, x2 को contribute कर रहा है c2. So c1 c2 c3 cn, these are the profit coefficient. So c1 profit coefficient, and this will be from c1 c2 and c3 dot dot, this will be your cn. So there are n terms. Let us look the second term xj. Cj is profit coefficient, xj this is your decision variable. This is your decision variables. Again there are n decision variables, so it will be x1 x2 and finally it will be xn. So xj is the another term, and let this aij matrix, it is in the form, I will write in the form of matrix. So aij, this particular term, it is called technology coefficient. Technology coefficient. So this is your coefficient. And what will be its value? So it will be value 1 1, a1 2, and finally it will be a m n. Likewise, so these all values in the first row, second row, third row, so finally it goes goes to A11, A12, A13, A1n, and finally up to AMN. So this will be your technology coefficient. And the fourth term that we have written here on the right hand side, it is your BI. BI, it is called resource. It's called resource constraints. It can vary from B1, B2 to how many? This is BM. M number of constraints. M number of constraints, this value will be up to n M term will be there. So this is your first term is profit coefficient. So this is nothing but it is the contribution in the variables. Second is the decision variables and the matrix which is obtained by AIJ. So that will be your technology matrix. So simple form if I write, so Cj will be your row matrix. So where C, so this will be in the form of the matrix. So this will be C1, C2, C3, likewise Cn. So this will be your row matrix. C will be in the form of row matrix. X, if you look X, so X will be in the form of the column matrix. That will be X1, X2, and finally it will be Xn. And if you want to get the Cj, C into X, if you multiply, so you put here, so column, this will be sorry, there are n m n and this is also n. So this order is, it is 1 into n, and this is order of n into 1. So it can be easily multiply, it can be easily one row and n columns. So order will be 1 into n. Here how many rows? So there are 1 row, 2 row, 3 row, 4 rows. There are n row and there is single column. So n into 1. So this will be multiply. If you multiply, so you get a matrix of order 1 into 1, 1 into 1. So if it will be C1 X1, C2 X2, C3 X3, and finally it will be C1 Cn into Xn. B, again it will be a column matrix and its value will be B1, B2, and finally it will be Bn. So again this is a column matrix. And A, this will be your technology coefficient. So it can be A11, A12, and finally it is A1n, A21, A22, A2n. Likewise the last, it will be AM1, AM2, and last will be AMN. So this is the general form. This is the general form of the linear program problem, and these are the few terms, technical terms, that will be used in the solving of the problem. What is coefficient, profit coefficient, decision variables, technology coefficient, and resource constraints. And in the simple form I can write, it is C into X, and these are the set of the constraints. They may be of equal, or maybe of unequal type, and finally you have to check the non-negativity of the constraints. So this is the general form of the linear program problem. So in the next we will look how to solve these linear program problems. Thank you.